was inaugurating a new era for political wives. The price tag is familiar.
To the extent that Hillary is a symbol of a working woman, the people who are working women professionally love her. To the extent that she threatens the fact that maybe women's roles are changing too much, they hate her. So she's going to always be a divisive force.
She's without precedent and without role model in terms of, but she's crossed a generational line for a lot of professional women here. But they're going to fall in love with her in this country.
But nationally, as in Arkansas, not everyone feels that way.
I am grateful that Hillary has agreed to chair this task force, and not only because it means she'll be sharing some of the heat I expect to generate.
When Bill appoints her to chair his Health Care Reform Commission, the highest policy position ever held by a First Lady, the stakes are high.
Is it a risk? Sure, it's a risk. Am I conscious that I could get blamed or, be criticized? Of course, but I think that it's a risk that my husband believes is worth taking, and I agree with him.
I've never seen any person, male or female, take 50 senators and speak to them so openly, so directly, so calmingly, so reassuringly, and, of course, so knowledgeably.
But whether in substance or in strategy, they are no match for the well-heeled medical health insurance community.
If they choose,
we lose.
A paid advertising blitz helps sink Clinton healthcare reform.
I think that might have been one of the most depressing moments in her life. In some ways, she was responsible for healthcare going down. In other ways, it was this huge force of insurance companies and other interests against her.
The failure delights her critics.
Seek power without responsibility. That sounds like Hillary Clinton to me.
She made a lot of mistakes, and it was something that she wasn't accustomed to doing. She was accustomed to prevailing and coming through for her husband.
And it turns out there's no end to controversy. Whitewater, Travelgate, a quick killing in commodities trading, and once again, allegations about her husband's infidelity. Through it all, Hillary maintains a balance and stoicism. Soon, Hillary is focusing on two lifelong passions, women's and children's rights. Chelsea is a frequent companion.
She will understand this better than I do. So
She began making trips around the world and finding ways that she could empower women. And in Beijing, she came out on the stage in front of the entire Chinese communist leadership, planted her feet, and took them to task for killing girl babies.
It is a violation of human rights when babies are denied food or drowned or suffocated or their spines broken simply because they are born girls.
It's the summer of 1999, and Hillary Clinton takes a cautious first step towards becoming the first First Lady ever to run for public office, an open Senate seat in New York.
I care deeply about the issues that are important in this state.
She wasn't able to fulfill all that she wanted to as First Lady, as she had hoped. And so she needs something more. And along came New York.
But trying to balance two roles, First Lady and political candidate, creates problems. Political missteps convince her detractors she'll drop out of the race. But Hillary prevails.
So the answer is yes, I intend.
The race is a family affair. Chelsea leaves school for a semester to join her mother on the campaign trail. The president works behind the scenes as coach, strategist, and confidant. In the end, New York voters pick Hillary Rodham Clinton as their junior senator. On January 4th, 2001, she is sworn in to her first elective office. But on September 11th, she is the leader New Yorkers had hoped she'd be.
There is absolutely no need for anyone anywhere to panic. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and that work includes the identifying of those who are responsible for this cowardly and evil act and holding them accountable wherever they might be, however long it would take.
The day after the attacks, she gets her first view of Ground Zero. Her effort to help her state recover earns her praise from the other side of the Senate aisle.
You've become a senior senator very quickly, and you are a tower of strength. Good luck. You've served American constituents well.
Thank you, Senator.
In Washington, with her family by her side, she grieves for the thousands of victims and their families. She and Bill feel they came close to losing their own daughter. Chelsea was close to the attack, and it took a couple of hours to learn she was safe. In January 2003, Hillary Clinton adds to her list of firsts when she becomes the first New York senator ever to serve on the Senate Armed Services Committee. Some say it's a move that will expand her experience in foreign policy. She remains committed to fulfilling her years of service as senator from New York and what she wants to accomplish, including improving health care and children's rights.
The rate at which people are exhausting their unemployment benefits.
While Hillary Clinton's voice is being heard in the Senate, in January 2003, Hillary Clinton adds to her list of firsts when she becomes the first New York senator ever to serve on the Senate Armed Services Committee. Some say it's a move that will expand her experience in foreign policy and could prepare her for the presidency. The 2008 presidential race could be a battle all the way to the White House. And Hillary Clinton is determined to prove she's up for the challenge.
You're ready for a president who brings your voice, your values, and your dreams to your White House.
Issue, and if so, who's the weakest?
Well, I definitely think it's going to be a big issue between the Democrats for the good long while, and I don't really think this is an issue that Obama wants to pick at. Look, the fact is, when Hillary Clinton traveled to those 82 countries that she's referenced, she wasn't just engaged in ceremonial activities. She was speaking to foreign legislators, meeting with foreign leaders, meeting with dissidents. When people would come to D.C., they would seek her out, second only to the president. And actually, I think that's experience that matches up just fine against John McCain. I'd add one final thing. When that phone rang in the White House, when her husband was president, Oklahoma City, the bombings at the African embassies, don't think she didn't think to herself exactly what needs to be done at that point. She's not going to be reading My Pet Goat if that phone rings in the White House when she's president.
One other thing to remember, a former National Security Council official in the Clinton administration tells us that Mrs. Clinton did not attend NSC meetings. So while her experience is extensive, she rarely carried an official portfolio. Wolf?
Brian Todd reporting. Thank you.
Look at what she told MSNBC's Tucker Carlson.
Hillary Clinton hasn't had to answer the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning, and yet she attacked Barack Obama for not being ready. They're both not ready to have that 3 a.m. phone call.
Well, here's the response from the McCain campaign. We agree wholeheartedly that neither Senator Clinton nor Senator Obama have the experience or judgment necessary to lead the United States in the struggle against violent Islamic extremists who seek our destruction or to address the complex global environment that our next president will face. Only Senator McCain is ready to serve as commander-in-chief from day one. Eugene Robinson is a columnist for the Washington Post. Wow, was that a big oopsie-daisy, open-mouth, insert-foot moment for Obama's lady?
Yes, it was for, I believe that was Susan Rice.
Susan Rice.
Yes, who is, you know,
Your response?
It is pretty pathetic.